Hello and welcome to the Revived Yarns podcast. My name is Emily and you can find me on Instagram as Revived Yarns. And yeah, welcome back, or welcome if you haven't been here before. It is January 9th, 2023, which is crazy. Our holidays were good. We stayed home. We had some insanely cold weather, a bunch of snow, and then an ice storm to top it all off. So thankfully we weren't planning on traveling. So we just hunkered down and stayed in. The kids and dog enjoyed the snow, and nobody enjoyed the ice. But then after a couple of days, it heated up to 50 degrees and everything melted very drastically. It was very weird weather. Anyway, I have only finished a few things. My wrist has been hurting me, so I haven't knit as much. But I did finish my hand-spun Dreyma sweater. The Dreyma pattern is by, oh my gosh, I can't remember now. Jennifer Steingass. So this was rolags and one skein, and so the colors just changed on their own. It's slightly felted. I don't wash my sweaters just by soaking. I put them in the washing machine on gentle, and then I actually did stick it in the dryer for just a few minutes because it was a little bit longer than I wanted, and the gauge or the tension was a little bit looser, and it turned out perfect. I absolutely love how it's more dense. This brown was Spanish merino, and I think just another plain brown merino that I had, and it's a 3-ply. And yes, I just love how it turned out. This is my first time wearing it because it took a while to dry. It's been sitting in the garage for a while on my drying rack. So this turned out beautiful and I loved it, and I need to get another sweater going for me. And then I did some felting because that doesn't hurt my wrist as much. And I felted a little landscape, which actually some of it's puffing up, but I used locks for the sky to make it really windy looking, I guess. And then this tree, I just used some locks. And then just plain grass and some brown, and yeah, I like how it turned out. I could have added a lot more detail, but I was kind of just playing around. So there's that. And I've also felted a little plant. I really like making these little succulent type plants. You just make a bunch of leaves, and then I just attach them to a little piece of brown or white core wool. I just had some brown that was used, and it just, I mean, it looks kind of ridiculous like this, but once you stick it in one of these little ceramic pots, it just looks really nice. This is for a gift exchange that I'm doing this month, so that will be sent out. And then I got some of my kids' Play-Doh cookie cutters out, and I felted little just felt shapes. I've done this before, but it's been a while. I did a couple of fish and then a bunch of stars and a couple of hearts, and I actually glued magnets onto the back of some of them. They're on my fridge. I didn't grab them. And so some of these are actually some of the dyed locks that I just fluffed out and then felted down, and they felt great because I think it's Coriadale. This one is a merino, and it is surprisingly soft still. Sometimes the felted stuff, it feels scratchier, and also it doesn't felt quite as well. You have to really felt a long time to get it really firm. But yeah, I'm not sure what I'll do with these. I might like string them up. I made some ornaments last year to put on the tree, so those were up. I've actually taken all the ornaments off the tree and just haven't bothered to take down the lights yet or pack away the tree because it's a fake one. So yes, that was fun, and it didn't hurt my wrist, so it was nice to do. And then I finished a hand spun sweater for my daughter, in 1x1 colorwork. So this was rolags that we made together. Some of them have sparkle in them, and some of them are the leftover from this. I'm not sure if you can see. Oh yeah, there's a few sparkles there. She loves it, but it's very, very warm. She likes it that it's soft. And then this, the pale purple, I think I showed it on the last podcast, the 2 skeins that I had made. It was merino that I had dyed and then spun up. So she has this. I'm not sure if she's gonna get any more wear out of it this year because we've had 50-degree temperatures. So I might actually have to pull out the ribbing and make the sleeves longer, because by the time she can wear it next year, the body should still fit, but the sleeves definitely won't. I also made a little ear band warmer thing out of some of the leftover of this brown. I really like these because I can still put my hair up and it's not all in a hat. And it keeps my ears and a little bit of the back of my neck warm. This one's a little bit bigger and I like them, but yeah, very simple 1x1 rib. I just kind of cast on about the amount that I would cast on a hat, and then knit until it seems long enough. All right, let's see. Spinning finished things. These aren't like completely finished because I haven't taken them off bobbins. But last time I was spinning a braid from Mad Hatter Fibers. That was, I had made it into rolags with some silk. I think it was just silk. And then it was merino braid. And then I plied it with a silk and BFL blend that I had bought at one of the fiber events I went to. So it's pretty subtle colors. I got 2 bobbins full. And I really need to take them off the bobbins, but because I bought new bobbins, I don't have to empty them quickly because I have more. And then I started spinning some mill end roving that I bought off Etsy from Slim Chicken, I think was the name of the shop. So this is 1 bobbin. I've started the 2nd bobbin. I'd ordered 4 ounces originally, and I really like how it spun up and how it felt, so I ordered 8 more ounces. So I think what I will do is finish spinning this, and then I have some roving from an event that I went to that I think I will spin up and ply with it. It's just a natural wool, and I think that will look nice, though this looks really nice plied with itself. I'm trying to spin a little bit thicker, just trying to get it so it's more of a sport or DK. So plied with itself, it looks nice. That's not focusing on it. Kind of. This doesn't have enough twist in it because it's the end of the thing, and now it's tangled. Yeah, so I might ply it with something else or ply it with itself. No concrete plans yet for that. All right, and then, oh, I forgot to grab. So that Baby Ruth that I was working on, I didn't actually give it to my son because, I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna have to pause and go grab it. Okay, so I was felting this Baby Ruth from the Willoughbys, a movie on Netflix. She is like pink. She has this purple weird hair, very weird facial features. So I was working on it, and this is how it turned out. It is just so weird, and I decided not to give it to my son for Christmas. I might felt on it some more because it is still kind of fluffy because yeah, but it's just so weird. It's like some sort of weird clown baby, which is what she looks like, but yeah. But this is what it looks like. It's freaky and it's weird, but well, I don't think it's cute. It's pleasant to hold though. It's like a little baby. Anyway, so So that was something that didn't quite turn out. And I really want to do some more felting of landscapes, actually. I need to sketch up something that I want to use. Oh, my dog was sleeping on the floor and now he's coming to look at this baby that I just set on the thing. Leave it. Leave it. Thank you. Lay down. All right, so that's all of my finished objects. And he was settled. I wore him out on the way to the bus and then afterwards played with him to drop off my daughter. But now he's sniffing around. All right, so current projects. I started some yoga socks. And I finished one, which they're kind of weird. This is the foot part. So your toes are free and the ball of your foot is free. And then your heel is out, so that way you can still grip the mat, but your feet aren't as cold, and then this goes up the ankle. So I did finish that one, and I've started the other one. I'm just not very far in the ribbing at all. But it's kind of nice to work with some sock yarn. This is stuff I had in my stash. I had ordered, it was a 3 25-gram balls or 50-gram balls. And that's just that one sock took like 20 grams, so I should be able to make 2 with one. And then I've had this reclaimed cashmere in my stash for a really long time. And I have used it, sorry puppy, I'm disturbing him with all my noise. I have tried knitting it into something and ripping it out so many times. It's so soft. And I mean, it's amazing. It's like a worsted weight almost. Sport, well, BDK. So once it's washed, it'll probably plump up a lot. So I decided to do a cowl because it is so soft. It would be wonderful around my neck. And I like really long, big cowls to bundle up in. And they're so easy to wear. So I decided to do a basket weave stitch. So it's squares of pearls and knits, and you alternate. So it looks kind of like basket weave. I've actually seen a few patterns with this recently. It's funny because I used to, when I first started knitting, this is what I did a lot of. Because it gives a pattern, but it's still really easy to do. So I did 3 knits, 3 pearls, 3 knits, etc. And then I did 4 rows of each one before I switch. So I will just be knitting on that a bunch. It's one of those mindless, easy projects, which is nice to have around. Then I have a few project bags that I need to look at. I rearranged and cleaned up in my knitting area. Oh, I'm sorry, puppy. Oh my gosh, I just scared him when I dropped that. My storage footstool top. It's okay. It's okay. You're okay. Here. Do you want to say hi to the people? Look at him. He's 6 months old. Rocco, look. Look. And he's super cute and fuzzy. And he loves his mommy probably a little too much. He whines and whines and whines when I'm in a different room. All right, so I have this long-term project. It's another cowl in cashmere, actually. That is, all right, get out of here, dog. Is these stripes. It was a sweater that had not really a fade, gradient maybe, not really that either, but it was these 3 colors. And then I'd actually knit them up into a scarf, but the gauge was, or the tension was too loose, and it just ended up with a hole. So I ripped it out and started this. This is one I keep in the car usually, so I can just knit on if I have to wait anywhere. Super long. It will either be a cowl, or it could be used as a cowl, just really scrunched down. Or it may turn out long enough that I could wear it as a little neck scarf. Not long enough to wrap around twice, I'm sure, because the balls are getting kind of small. But yes, I'm just doing helical knitting with that. around and around and around. Dog, stop chewing on that. And then I did start another sweater for me in 1x1 colorwork. My daughter's was kind of a test to see if I could do it. This is with some Handspun from 2 braids that I got from a shop on Etsy, that Electric Gypsy shop, and I plied them together. So nice colors, nice variation, and then I'm using a blue reclaimed cashmere that I actually knit a sweater in this a couple years ago. I never ever wear it. I think I have enough to make another sweater without unraveling that one, but I may just reclaim that yarn again. So this is what it looks like. It's just 1x1, though I am, oh dog, he's laying on my table where the tripod is and he's wiggling it. Go to your bed, dog. He was so settled. Now he's just everywhere. I don't really love how the increases turned out because it messes up the 1x1 color work. I don't know if we can even see any of that. It might actually not matter because my daughters did it too, and it turned out looking fine. You can't even tell because it's so busy. So I haven't been working on this as much because, like I said, my wrist has been hurting. So it's just kind of been set aside. Well, when I do get a chance to knit, I usually just work on something that's simple, around and around, straight knit. I don't have to use two throwing hands. And so those are my works in progress. Dog, stop wiggling. I'm sorry for the wiggling. He keeps sniffing at things. Acquisitions was just the, oh my gosh, seriously, come here. Sit. Yes. Acquisitions was the Slim Chicken roving, and then I did also get some new felting needles because mine, I had just gotten some big bulk thing on Amazon, and I needed ones that actually were labeled by size rather than me needing to check how long they were all the time. So I got this whole set of needles. They're color coded. They also have the 36 gauge, there's spiral twisted ones, there's 38 gauge. So it's very nice to have these, and they work so much better than my other ones. The other ones, a lot of them were duds, so I would start felting with them and they wouldn't go into the wool. They, like, the barbs were backwards or something. I don't even know what the problem was. And I also got a new felting service. Oh, here's the star going right now. So this is how I do the stars. This is just the Play-Doh cookie cutter. And I stick it on, I fill it full of wool, and I just stab it in. And so it kind of gets stuck to the surface. Then you just pull it off like this. And, oh good, the dog got his cheese chew. And then I flip it over, stick it back in, and stab some more. And I just keep doing that until it's felted enough. Oh gosh, it's barking at nothing. He likes to keep us protected by barking at nothing. So I think that is it. That's all. Oh, and here's one of the slippers I talked about last time that is in Handspun. It looks kind of silly, but it stretches and fits around your foot really well. I took it from the dog because he stole it this morning. So it's sitting here on my table until I go find the other one and put them away. All right, well, thank you for joining me. It was really nice. It's nice to have the kids back in school, but it was nice to have a break where we all got to sleep in, we got to hang out, we made some cookies together. They'd built a gingerbread house, and my mom came to visit for a bit. And that was nice, though she did get snowed in, so we couldn't actually do anything like go to the stores or beach or anything like that because we were snowed in. So yeah, that cheese chew's really loud, but he loves them. They're Himalayan yak cheese chews, and they last forever, and they keep him very busy. So I hope you have a wonderful week, and I've got some errands to run today. I'm trying to decide if I can take the dog with me. He can stay in the car for a few of the shorter ones, but I might just leave him kenneled at home because he needs a nap. And he also has his puppy class tonight, so I don't know if he needs extra input. I really need to start taking him to more stores and getting him to like Home Depot and places that allow dogs, not places that just tolerate them. And getting him more used to going out, because I would like to do therapy dog training with him. And so I need to get him used to listening those places. He listens great at home. His training is like perfect at home and in the backyard. As soon as we are out that front door or in a store and he forgets completely what he is supposed to do, it's very frustrating. So we just have to keep practicing. All right, well, have a great week, and I hope that you have wonderful times with your fiber and knitting and spinning and crochet or felting or whatever you do. Bye.